Good morning. Here I am with those glasses on my face again. Okay, hang tight. I'll pull them off. Maybe we shouldn't wear glasses 24/7 or however many hours you're up. Give your eyes a rest. And since I don't need them to see every little detail in the leaves of the trees and stuff, I'm going for a walk. And I wasn't going to have the phone out, so I just decided to get it out because I just sang another song. Let's see. Is there someone you know, you're loving them so, but taking them all for granted? You may lose them one day. Someone takes them away. And I can't remember the other part. It says, I would give anything I own, give up my life, my heart, my home, just to have you once again. Is there someone you know, you're loving them so, but taking them all for granted? It is true, you may lose them one day, even if someone else doesn't take them away. Because you have to learn to love yourself. You have to learn to know what life's all about and to get after it. And don't let anybody hold you back. I have been sitting in a dormant, the word that wanted to come to mind was cesspool, but it's not. But basically, when you live on the farm, you do live with a bunch of crap. Every animal out there is pooping. And then the flies love that. So, basically, I have been living in a very not so great place for a long time. The great American dream, maybe it's not everybody's dream. I like land. I want to be out there in the country. I don't want to be hemmed in by all the people and the rules and judgments and this and that and the other thing, So I have been out in the countryside. But you find I'm a people person, even though people can drive you crazy. I still, what's a happy medium? Anyway, I've been living out in the country, away from people. And then I lived in a small town before that, a small town of 1,000 people, which, also brought trouble. Because if you don't let people know what you're doing, they make things up. And then you find that you're in trouble when you didn't do fucking anything wrong. Sorry, I will try working on that. But sometimes words are appropriate. However, they're not. Sometimes we just want to demonstrate our feeling about it. It seems to fit. But I understand I need to do better. And I know there's probably a glare on my camera. But I'm trying to walk. I'm walking here. I'm walking and talking. They'll be calling the funny farm to come and get me or something. Anyway, I've always liked talking to myself. I don't know if it's always. I don't know when that started. But I have spent a lot of my life alone. And what part I wasn't alone, I was in turmoil. So, who knows? I will definitely be able to appreciate the better things in life. Even being your companion. That's the most important. I'm sorry about the sun. Right now it's not there. Anyway, it does help talking to you guys while I'm walking, because otherwise it's really a chore. If I can get distracted from it, that's a good deal. Pretty soon, one of these days, it won't be such a chore to walk. It's a nice little neighborhood, really. However, I hear that there's bad things going on around here. Probably like on the other side of the road there. The other side of this, where the back of your house would be an alley, the back of this house is a road. And so it does get quite busy sometimes. And then there's craziness that you hear, and I've heard gunshots. And Austin said there were gunshots. In fact, he went and bought a gun. I need to learn how to use a gun, but still they scare me, because I don't want to kill anybody. But I also don't want them to take the gun away from me and kill me. But I guess, deadly force, it doesn't matter your age. It really doesn't matter your age. You need protection. And I really have I've shot a gun a couple, 3 times. When my second husband took me pheasant hunting, so we were shooting it way up in the air. No, never could see good enough to be hitting a target. And then looking through a scope, I could never figure out if I was looking through it right. So, I know, if one would endeavor, because I really should. You never know what's coming, guys. It's kind of scary if you think about it. What happens if all hell breaks loose? What happens if war, real war, is in our streets? Because that is what's going on. It is what's going on. Like Portland, San Francisco, I don't know if it's Seattle. I don't know where the sanctuary cities, they have let the people come in and destroy. And then not just that, this system was set in place to take care of its population. And if everybody does their part, of course they've gone crazy, but if everybody did their part, then we take care of it, all the different situations. But you bring in half the world into our little country, these little illegals that have a whole different mindset on what's right and wrong, and they're out there, they're doing all kinds of bad things, people. So we let them come in the border so they can come up here and kill us and rape us and steal our stuff and trash everything. And it's because someone promised them, you come to America, we'll take care of you. We can't even take care of our own. We need to do something about that border. We can't have everybody in the world here. We can't spread out, America, yeah, you're great people, but you're also bullies if you go by the government. We the people just do what they say, and they're out there being terrorists. Talk about terrorists. All right, I will shut up about that. We just need to wake up, people. Wake up, and I don't know if I like the way coffee smells, but then it's still, when I drink it, it makes me sick. So it's not my friend. And then caffeine is not my friend. Caffeine, I don't understand that, how people get I don't know if it's a buzz, but if it helps you move along, but it puts me to sleep. So it doesn't do me any good to drink coffee or caffeine drinks. I learned by experience. Don't take caffeine when you're trying to stay awake and you're driving on a long trip, because it crashed me. It's going to put me to sleep. So yeah, that's a dangerous situation. Anyway, I wished I could cop a buzz. I wished I could catch something that would keep me awake. When you're on a long trip, you need your eyeballs. And I daydream though, so it does make it a little dangerous. I have to have engaging music that I love. And then I can sing with it and enjoy it and get on a musical high while I'm driving. That way I can stay awake. I used to recorded the music that I liked, on cassettes and took them. And then I burned them on CDs and took them. But I haven't had any music in forever, really. I just started listening to what they would call pop, I guess. I like it. I like it very well. And I'm one of those people who liked discos and all that stuff too. The disco music. I just want to move. Something with a really good beat that my body can get into. Wow. That's my high. If I was doing a natural high. However, popping a buzz off something does kind of make it where it's easier to go out there and be free. Because you're out there and everybody else is looking at you. But I enjoyed it. I wasn't doing it for them, I was doing it for me. And I, like I said, when I was a kid, and at church, you go to the church dances. Well, when you're a kid, you're still, and the school dances too, a little shy. And the songs are playing, and you don't know anybody because we moved around a lot. Point was, you weren't asked to dance. I wasn't asked to dance. And so if I want to dance, damn it, out on the floor, I'm going. Some people, and me too, would dance in our chairs or dance along the wall. But no, those days are long, 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 long gone. Because I decided I like to dance, and it's all about me. Not about everybody else. Anyway, I can't go start doing that again. I mean, that would help probably, but I can't do that again. Because it puts you in a bad situation. It puts you out there where you can get in trouble. Puts you out there where you don't need to be. Unless you have your mate. I have my mate out there dancing with me. That'd be cool. And not just out there. We'll just do it at home. We'll do it on a dance floor at our house. And I can't wait. I'm dreaming big time. Dreaming big time. I like dreaming. Because dreaming can make you mine. I got years and years and years of music from when I was young. Mom and Dad said I was dancing by the time I was standing up. In the crib, probably. And then riding a bicycle. Picture me riding on a bicycle when I was really young and had a radio, and I was dancing while I was riding the bicycle. That's what Dad said. We can't see ourselves. Plus, I was a child. Memories. My daughter and my grandchildren, and one day maybe other grandchildren. You guys can look back on this. And there's your grandma. Your mother's mother. Or your grandmother's mother. Think about that, Jessica. It's coming, dear. Posterity. It's wonderful. Anyway, I'm glad I have you, Jessica. You are my baby. My one and only. I wondered, I think you were probably my first one. Even though I miscarried at 3 months, I think something was wrong with the baby. I think there was something wrong, and so that was discarded. And that would have been you. You just came 3 years later. So really, you'd be almost the same age as Nancy if you came the first time. When Mother delivered, Nancy was cut out of Mother, okay? So I started to say she delivered her. But anyway, when Nancy was born, by whichever way, which it was a C-section, Mom had to have a surgery to have a hysterectomy when that was all done. Mother was not supposed to get pregnant again, and it happened. You know, she had me, and then she had my brother. And the process of those two births, we took care of her cervix. She no longer had a cervix, or if she did, it was very little piece. So she lost 3 babies in between my brother and my sister Teresa. When Teresa came, when she got to be 6 months along, there was no cervix, so the bottom of the uterus, she couldn't be held in. So Teresa was born at 6 months. She spent 2 months in an incubator. You know, there's all these different things that happen when you're born like that. So you're missing out on some of your development, all the development going on while you're in the womb. And I don't know where all that stuff comes in, like the development of the eyes, because maybe that was a factor. But my sister is blind. She was not blind to begin with. But you know what? She probably was, to an extent. They never found out she had a problem seeing until she was, well, I was gone. She was 8 years old when I got married and moved, or they moved away from me. She was 8 years old. And I think shortly after they moved is when they found out she couldn't see very well, because she was riding a bicycle and ran into a car. And this is over. I guess I'm gonna have to stop, guys. It says my battery is low. I was talking up a storm and they shut it off. So maybe I'll just talk until it shuts off, and then I'll go charge it. So I was talking about my sister. Anyway, poor girl. She's a very talented girl, very wise girl. She has dreams that come true. I mean, when she needs something, she's had dreams that told her where things were. She's had a lot of help. And she raised 4 boys. Her and her husband raised 4 boys. And all of those boys are doing good. They're very talented. They're doing well in life, I think. I mean, it seems to me they are. And that's a good accomplishment. My daughter is living in Pennsylvania. And she's in a place where the frickin' cost of living is outrageous. So she can't hardly make it. And not and have a life, you know, because you got these things that you buy, and then you have these habits that you have to fill, and those cost money too. So what do? You got a habit you got to feed, and you got children you got to feed, and she doesn't have very many left at home, but they're still, it won't sound very good, little sucklings, you know, like the little puppies that are sucking on the nipples of the mama. I love my grandkids, but everybody does need to realize if they're going to live there in that situation, meaning the cost of living, then everybody's got to pitch in and do their part. Can't let mom drown. And I mean, everybody that can should do their part and be really willing, because what I see, you don't want to know what I see. She's going crazy. I know from experience. But the thing is, she's got this boyfriend that she loves, and he lives not very far away, and he's always at her house. So why don't you just bite the bullet, move in with him, maybe you pay rent to him, that's a little bit amount, and then the children have to take care of themselves. In other words, they can get their own place. Kevin and Tyler and I don't know. All I know is there does come a time when it's time to take care of yourself, baby. And really what you should do is move here to Washington. Move here where your family is. I will probably end up here. I don't know where I'm going to end up. But if I was going to end up anywhere, it would probably be in the Northwest. I'm not sure where. I want to go back up to Washougal. I want to go take a trip up to Washougal and see the mountain. And I'm sure it's the same. That place where we lived on 500 acres, chill. That was such a neat place. I mean, it didn't have the amenities of life that it needed, and we froze. I found out that my front window, I don't know why I never noticed this, my front window was down 6 inches. There was a 6-inch gap over the glass that was letting all that cold air in the house. We would sit in front of the fireplace. We make a fire, but the heat would go up the chimney. We were freezing. And we went through that whole winter with that stupid window like that. I cannot believe that I didn't know that. Because I put plastic up to the other windows. Yeah, I didn't even look at that one, probably because it was so huge. So that was a big old gap, letting all that cold air. I mean, that's in the mountain in the winter. Oh my God. Anyway, we made it. Nevertheless, children, all you people out there, you young adults that are living at home with your parents, and your grandparents for that matter, pitch in. The bills are high. Help them out. You know, food costs a bloody fortune just for even 2 people. And I know you guys, and a lot of people are just like that. A lot of fast food, and not just fast food. If you work at a restaurant, you kind of end up eating there. So that is good. It helps with the bill. But if you're eating out all the time, no, that doesn't help with the bill. You guys need to group up and have kitchen duties. And I know your schedules are all out of whack, especially when you work in the restaurant industry. Ouch. You have to be there when everybody's wanting to eat. And they're wanting to eat, you know, for date night, and they're wanting to eat when they got home from work and when they are working and they're on lunch break. That is a big deal. Anyway, I know I'm full of good ideas, but these ideas are not just for my child and her children, but all you guys out there and you young adults that are living at home. Think about it. You got it good, especially if you don't have to pay rent. Oh my God. But even if you have to pay a little bit of rent and some utilities, think about what you're going to have to pay when you're out of there. Think about how good you got it and help your mama. And it is true, Jessica. What do they say? I don't want to say what I was just going to say. Crap or get off the toilet. That's the only way. I said it better than was in my head, okay? But, no, you and Diego's been together for a while. Rob has moved on and married. There's been time to settle things, you know, figure out. And what I see is it don't matter. You're together all the time anyway. So, that would solve your problem. And you don't need to live your life all worried and stressed all the time about money. So, you know, forget it. Put your resources together. Get on with life and quit stressing my baby out, okay? I love you, and I will shut up. That message is not just to my daughter and her kids. It is to everybody who fits the shoe. You know, there are people, like me included, that don't have money or on a very, very limited income. But then you know what you do? You do service. You know, things that have to be done around the house. Help out. Don't make it all on one person. Anyway, life will be a lot sweeter that way because there won't be near as much stress. You know, I wish I was there to help out. I'd love to be there to visit, you know, and maybe one day that'll be possible. If I had a good car, I'd be tempted to drive across the country and stay for a month or 2, or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Just have to have a way to get out. a way to get there, a place to stay, and a way to get out, which means a car. And here I am in the Northwest. I love it up here. And remember, we left in 1991. I think that's 22 years ago. 32 years ago. I haven't held on to very many people from then, but there are a couple. But still, I would like to go to Washougal, go up the mountain. And then if you go, we lived up at the 15-mile marker place, but then if you went all the way up the mountain, there was beautiful waterfalls, rivers, just beautiful in the mountains. I guess really I'm probably going to get tired and I talk too much. Sorry about the sun. Yeah, I've slowed way down. I have a hard time figuring it out. You know, I get out here and I start walking and I'm walking way too fast. And so then that makes you tire out probably faster. But I have slowed down, I noticed. I'm walking kind of slow. So I probably should stop. Anyway, it's nice to go on a walk with you guys. Oh, it is, because that way I'm distracted and I get further down the road. And I'm going to come right in here and come find a place to rest. Maybe I'll take a nap. Me and naps, I always fight off sleep, and I'd fight going to bed, and I don't get enough rest. But when I do go to bed, I can't sleep. I don't, it's probably the internal clocks that I have set from so many years ago, where you didn't go to bed until 2, and then you got up and got to work at, 7, 8, 9. So that time clock is in there. You wake up whether you went to bed early enough or not. In fact, let me get in here where you can see me. Oh, something smells good. Must be, oh, okay. You gotta open the window, Papa Bear.
It's open. This is open.
Well, this one has to open too. You shouldn't cook in here.
That one.
I will. You go outside and walk in, you will see how smoky it is.
We know.
Have you got that fan on? All right. Food smells good. But that grill, yeah, you can go outside and cook with that thing. All right, watch out. You guys stay out there. What? Hurry. What pot? My soup pot? Or I don't remember. Are you talking about the frying pan?
No, it's a green gallon pot. You're going to cook your chicken soup.
All right, that's what I asked. The soup pot. I gotta get out of here. You guys got smoke and I'm hot. All right, Dad. I might have already rinsed it out before you did. Oh my goodness. Hello, Bubba. Hello, Daffy. Yes. You're not gonna let anybody love on me, are you? Yeah, I know. I feel the same way. That's how I are. Oh. Oh. Okay.